thank you for sitting down with me once again. Very, very amazing conversation that we had earlier. I'm really excited to continue it with just me and you. What motivated you to pursue consulting in the social impact space, and what has kept you passionate in this work over time?
Okay. So what motivated me is that at heart, I was always an entrepreneur. I've had multiple positions. I've been a loan officer, a real estate agent. I've started multiple companies and successfully failed at those companies. Never launched. I was really good at doing that. And so one day I was reading The Economist magazine, and I knew that my customers for my new business would subscribe, and that's the magazine that they would read. So I was looking in the magazine, saying one day my goal is to advertise in this magazine, and I discovered a job description for public health, and I said, "Oh, that's what I want to do." And that's what I want to pursue for my graduate career. So I went back to school, got my master's in public health. I've always excelled at everything that I've done. And even though I worked for a public health department and I had jobs, it was always the intent to have my own business. And so I used to pretend. I used to pretend when I was working at a university here in Maryland. I used to pretend that my clients I used to pretend that my colleagues and the people that I were working with, I would pretend like as if they were my clients. And and one day I snuck off during my lunch break, and I went to the state Secretary of State office, or the comptroller, I believe, in Baltimore. And I drove from College Park to Baltimore, snuck out on my lunch break, and I incorporated my business. And so I did that in April 2015. And so we're coming up on our 10-year anniversary. And I consulted quietly on the side and didn't tell anyone for 2 years. I had one client. And then one day in 2017, I said, you know what? It's either you want it or you don't. You need to step out on your own. And so I made that decision to take a chance on myself. And so since then, since 2017, I've been 100% self-employed. But to answer your question directly, just in case you're going to edit that out, is that I've always entrepreneurship. My father's an entrepreneur. I come from a family of entrepreneurs, whether it's barbershops, construction, and so and that was just something as a little girl. I played business. I played businesswoman,
Right.
and so now I'm just living out my dreams. I'm an adult. I'm a woman, but it's that little girl in me, and I'm still playing that game. I'm playing business.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good way to think about it too. But also the moving and silence thing is really important, because a lot of people, even just like someone's energy can sometimes affect your flow and the way that you move. So keeping it to yourself or to your network or to your close peoples is the best way to move sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. I think it's important, like when you have goals or certain dreams you have. So some people may say, you know what, don't tell your ideas to other people or this and that. And it's not because it's a competition or that you're trying to be secretive. Sometimes your dreams and your goals and your purpose and your vision, that what you have for yourself is just for you.
Right.
And it's for you to kind of feed and grow on. And so people love you. And because they love you, they may say, well, maybe, and people speak from their own experiences and their own fears as well. So sometimes the things that they project or the advice that they may give you, it may not be what you need to hear. And especially if your vision or your idea is kind of new, there may be some level of uncertainty that you may have.
I'm not as confident.
Yeah.
Even though you know it's what you want.
Yeah. And so sometimes the messaging, you have to be mindful of who you share things with or who you take advice from, and, even as it relates to social media. So it's okay to share, but I think it's important to, make sure you're sharing with kind of like that trusted person or that person that has a good listening ear that can listen. And sometimes people give unsolicited advice. They don't mean any harm, but, you just have to be mindful of that.
But I have another question to ask you. This is for purely selfish reasons, but you can tell the camera, the audience. How do you keep your skin so youthful, and where did you get your earrings quick?
Okay, so I got these earrings online. I love my little earrings. I probably got these on Amazon or somewhere. For years, I keep my stuff for years. I love chandelier earrings. I kind of toned it down over the years. I always would like have some kind of like guarding
Statement,
necklace.
yeah.
I would have actually for the purpose of this interview, I had a lot of bracelets on, but they were kind of dangling, and so I took them off. But I'm like a big jewelry person.
Right.
I think my style is like I'm like a minimalist, but I use the jewelry to
Kind of maximize.
and to show my personality.
Right.
Right. Now, as far as skin, I think it starts within. So love, self-love, right? I'm happy. I'm happy with who I am. I process information. I don't hold things in. If I want to sing, if I want to dance, I do that. So I think it starts within, but then also just the things that you put into your body. And so I make sure I take supplements. I take vitamins.
Right.
I drink water. I'm mindful of my sugar intake, different things like that. I'm washing my face on a regular basis, and I'm finding which products work best for me and not what others say. You know, what's natural, and I have very sensitive skin, so I kind of play with it and learn. And then sometimes it could be like even as an adult woman, and then especially as a teenager or a younger person, there you have hormones. So you may deal with acne, so you just have to just find what works best for you. But I think it's because I'm just loving on myself.
That's awesome.
And I think it's reflecting out.
Definitely. I can tell. I can sense that from you.
Thank you.
But thank you for sitting down with me. I really appreciate you and your insight, your expertise, and everything that I asked you questions about, because you were very quick with it. So I really appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Please continue, and one day, you just never know. You never know. I'm speaking for myself. You meet people that are younger, that are ambitious, and I think it's always important to respect people, no matter where they're at in life, no matter how old they are, because you might be my boss one day, or I might be coming to you one day for support or for funding or for mentorship or for guidance,
Right.
And so just keep doing what you're doing, and we're all very, very, very proud of you.
Thank you.